I'm going to cover 5.5 solving perimeter problems today, and I want to take a quick minute here to review what is a perimeter. Don't forget, a perimeter means the distance around a figure. So for instance, if I have a rectangle right here, and I ask you to find the perimeter of a rectangle, you would add up all the sides. And you know that for a perimeter of a rectangle, we just use letter P for the perimeter. We have one length, two length, and we have the width, right? Two width. So the general formula of a perimeter would be 2 of the lengths plus 2 of the width. Okay. Another variation to the same perimeter problem would be 2 times the length plus the width. It's just a distributive. Okay. So don't be surprised to see something like this. So as an example, let's say I have a a rectangle that has a length of 5 and a width of 3, and I want you to find the perimeter of this rectangle right here. It would be 2 times the length, which is 2 times 5, because you have 2 lengths, and you also have 2 widths, so you would be adding 2 times the width, which will end up being 10 plus 6, which is 16. Okay, so this is what we have here is the perimeter of a rectangle. Or if I ask you the perimeter of any other shape, it's just the surrounding distance. With that in mind, I'd like you to go ahead and take a look at this problem right here. We're going to work on this problem together. There we go. And the problem says this. The perimeter of a rectangle is 56 centimeters and the length is 4 centimeters. So, you know, if you so let's read this again. It says the perimeter of a rectangle is 56 centimeters. So right away from that first sentence, you notice that the perimeter is already given. Okay? And we know that because it's a rectangle, the rectangle has a formula of what? 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So notice that we have right away an equation of the perimeter. Since the perimeter is already defined, we can just quickly come up with an equation, and you know that L stands for the length and W stands for the width. Okay, now if you read this next sentence, it says the length, so you just go ahead and translate it. Length is for L, so I'm just going to write L. Is means equal, 4 centimeters more than, the word more than means plus, right? Twice the width, so twice the width means 2 times the width. So when you finish writing that, you end up with another equation. But since the L is already solved for, the length, we can just readily use a substitution method, substituting the content of L into the other equation. So our new equation now will have something like this. 56 equals to 2 times the length, and we know the length is 4 plus 2W plus 2W. Okay? We can go ahead and distribute. You got 8 plus 4W plus 2W, and we can combine like terms. You end up with 56 equals to 8 plus 6W, and we can subtract 8 both sides. You got 6W equals to 48, and you can solve for W by dividing 6 both sides, and W now will give you 8 centimeters. Okay, so if the width is 8 centimeters, how do we find the length? We can certainly plug it right back into our other equation to find the length. And so the length is 4 plus twice the width, and the width is 8, so we just substitute it. So now we got 4 plus 16, which makes it 20 centimeters. So let's go back and verify to make sure that this is indeed correct. Here's our rectangle. The length is 20 centimeters, and the width is 8 centimeters. Let's add them all up to see if we have 56 or not. So 20 plus 8, and guess what? It is 56 centimeters. We got that checked out. And that's how we solve for the perimeter problem. So what I want you to do is try this problem on your own. This is actually a problem from your homework. So let's go ahead and copy that down, work on it, and we'll compare answers when you come back.